Welcome back to Ethereal Page Library, your sanctuary of wisdom, stories, and ideas that can transform the way you see the world. Today, we're diving into one of the most influential personal finance books of all time, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This isn't just a book about money. It's a book about mindset, about breaking free from the cycle of working for money and instead learning how to make money work for you. So grab a notebook because by the end of this video, you'll walk away with timeless lessons that could reshape your financial future. Part 1. The story behind the book. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. His real father, the poor dad, was highly educated, hardworking, and believed in the traditional path. Get good grades, go to college, and find a stable job. His second father, his rich dad, was the father of his best friend, an entrepreneur with little formal education but a wealth of financial wisdom. This contrast between the two shaped Robert's understanding of money and success. Poor dad taught him security, rich dad taught him freedom. Poor dad worked for money, rich dad made money work for him, and this duality forms the foundation of the book. Part 2. Core Lessons. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. Poor dad believed that the path to success was to study hard, get a secure job, and climb the corporate ladder. Rich dad said, the poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. This means shifting your mindset from being an employee to being an investor, a creator, or a business owner. Think about it. How many of us spend our lives working harder and harder, but never learn how money itself works? Take a second to reflect. Are you working for money? Or is your money working for you? Lesson 2. Financial literacy is the key. Robert emphasizes that schools teach us everything except money. We learn algebra, chemistry, and history, but not how to build wealth. Financial literacy means knowing how to read numbers, understand assets and liabilities, and recognize where your money flows. Here's the golden rule from the book. The rich acquire assets, while the poor and middle class acquire liabilities they think are assets. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes it out. Simple but life-changing. Lesson 3. Mind your own business. Working your 9 to 5 is fine, but don't forget to build something of your own. Rich Dad said, focus on creating and collecting assets, things that generate income, like investments, properties, businesses, or intellectual property. Your job pays the bills, but your assets will secure your freedom. Lesson 4. The importance of learning, not just earning. Poor dad valued job titles. Rich dad valued skills. The rich focus on acquiring knowledge in sales, marketing, investing, and people management because these skills build wealth. If you want to grow, don't just chase the paycheck. Chase the lessons. Lesson 5. Overcoming fear and taking risks. Fear keeps us stuck. Poor dad feared losing money, so he avoided risks. Rich dad understood that mistakes and failures are stepping stones to financial freedom. Robert says, failure inspires winners and defeats losers. If you're afraid to step out of your comfort zone, you'll remain where you are. Lesson 6. The power of giving. Ironically, one of the secrets of wealth is generosity. Rich dad believed that when you give knowledge, money, or resources, you open doors for more to flow back to you. The poor cling tightly because they fear scarcity. The rich give because they believe in abundance. Part 3. Applying Rich Dad's lessons today. So how can you apply these lessons right now? Let's break it down. Start by tracking your finances. Identify what in your life is an asset and what's a liability. Begin building assets. This could be investing in stocks, real estate, or even developing digital products. Learn new skills. Sales, investing, communication, financial analysis. These skills compound over time. Shift your mindset. Stop saying, I can't afford this. Instead, ask, how can I afford this? That small language shift sparks creativity. Take small, calculated risks. Start with something manageable and grow from there. Remember, it's not about overnight success. It's about building financial freedom step by step. Part 4. Engaging Wrap-Up. Rich Dad. Poor Dad isn't about quick tips. It's about rewiring your financial DNA. It's about moving from fear to confidence, from ignorance to literacy, from working for money to letting money work for you. So ask yourself, which dad are you following right now? The one who tells you to play it safe, or the one who urges you to play smart? Comment below, what's one financial lesson you wish you'd learned earlier in life? Thank you for watching today's deep dive from Ethereal Page Library. If you found value in this, hit that like button, subscribe for more powerful book summaries, and share this with someone who needs to hear these lessons. Remember, knowledge is the first step, but action is what turns knowledge into freedom. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and keep turning the pages of your own story.